apologies, I'm a couple of minutes late. If you've been waiting for this Q&A to start, we are finally here. It is a privilege to be here with you. So let's get into some questions today. We have some amazing questions for today, and I can't wait to get stuck into them with you. First question today. Recently, I've been having some vivid dreams. I read somewhere that many of us have started remembering our dreams since the COVID-19. We all probably have a lot to process at the moment. Anyway, I'd love to start unpacking the meaning of my dreams and inviting my unconscious to share more with me. Do you know any good resources or intuitive methods for dream interpretation? Have you ever had a recurring dream? Thanks, Maria. Yes, I have had recurring dreams, absolutely. Some of them positive, some of them negative. The recurrence of dreams tends to happen, the positive ones tend to happen when I'm relaxed, the negative ones tend to happen when I'm stressed out. In terms of good resources, I have yet to come across a good resource that I want to wholeheartedly recommend, because I want to make sure that any recommendation that I make is actually a high recommendation. But there are things that you can start doing right now to start interpreting your dreaming a little bit. One of the main things is to not lose the thread of the dream. So make sure that you have a notepad and pen next to your bed, or a voice recorder that you can just record when you wake up. When you wake up and you remember the dream, that you just record it, whether you write it down or you say it out loud, that you record the occurrence. Also, so not just what it was, but how it made you feel. So give yourself a chance to record what the dream was, and then how it made you feel, like how are you feeling right now, and also what do you need right now. So if you've done the 4 People Within Home Study course, you're very familiar with the 2 questions: how am I feeling right now, what do I need right now? So it might be easy for you to refer back to those. And if you haven't, then it might be more challenging. But here's the 3 things I want you to notice or note when you wake up from the dream. What was the dream? So give it the story or whatever it was. How was it making you feel? And what do you need right now? Because sometimes, you might feel, it made me feel, I was chased by monsters. I fell off the edge of a cliff, and it made me feel like I'm going to die. And then what do you need right now? Then you can say, oh, well, I need to recognize that I'm not dying right now, that I'm safe right now. So when you record those things consistently, you begin to get a pattern emerging. And when you recognize the pattern, so you're going to keep saying similar kinds of things, or having similar kinds of dreams, or using similar kinds of words to describe your experience, and also you start to recognize similar kinds of needs cropping up from time to time, then if you begin to give yourself those needs, if you start to fulfill those needs outside of the dream scape, you actually probably change the flavor of the dream, or you make it more precise. So you can start effectively communicating with your dream life and your real life by trying to consistently give yourself what you need, what you needed when you woke up from that dream outside of those occasions. So prioritize giving yourself those things. So for example, if you say, I need to recognize that I'm safe right now, you can do that throughout the whole day. You don't have to do it when you wake up from a nightmare. So just say, oh, I'm safe right now. So notice those things, write them down. Hey, I just noticed I'm safe right now. Or this happened. I had a close call when I was driving a car today. Somebody nearly drove into me, but didn't quite hit me. But now I feel safe. So you start noticing the times when you do actually feel safe. So that's really important. And what will then happen is that part of you, that unconscious or subconscious part of you, will start to communicate your dream life, your dreamscape. And they'll either give you more precise kind of representation of what your challenge might be that you need to work on, or it might stop the dreams, the bad dreams. So that's where I would start from. Get a notepad and pen, put it next to your bed, or a voice recorder, put it next to your bed so that you can grab it even if you're like asleep, and you can write even if you're still half asleep. Record everything. So record 3 things. What was the story? What was the kind of the storyline of the dream? How did it make you feel? How are you feeling right now? And then what do you need right now? And then just write those things down. And if you're really startled, then go back and try to give yourself that. But if you're able to just go back to sleep, just go back to sleep, but record that and record consistently, and then start looking for patterns, and then look at the patterns that come up in terms of what is it that you need in your life, and then start giving that to you outside of your dreamscape, so that you start to communicate with that unconscious or subconscious part of you more proactively. So that's what I would say. Was it helpful? I'd love to hear. Have you tried this already? Let us know how you go. I can't wait to hear how you went with that.